Special thanks to Reddit user Than Odium for granting me permission to use their story, and I hope you all enjoy the story that we have for tonight. So I wanted to start by apologizing. I can't tell you why yet. I'll have to save that for the end. You'll understand why. Now that that's out of the way, where to start? I guess when it started for me would be a good beginner's point. Exactly 7 months and 14 days ago, I got an anonymous email sent through to my spam folder. Now, I know normally people don't check their spam, but I used to for the fun of it. After all, maybe another Nigerian prince had an account worth $200 million in my name, or there were local single MILFs. Obviously, I wasn't dumb enough to fall for any of that, but reading them was entertaining, if I was very bored at the time. Sorry, I'm getting a bit off topic. Anyway, the email I got was about a week old and had the subject, "Don't read me." So I did what anyone would do and opened the email. Inside was an MP4 video file, and being that it was 10 PM on a Tuesday night, mid-lockdown, it wasn't like I had anything better to do, so I hit play. What I saw unnerved me from the start. The video showed a very well-lit and stylish room, and in the center of the frame was a woman in her early 20s, I guess. She would have been pretty if it weren't for the gaunt, hollow look that had seemingly taken over her face and the huge bags under her eyes. She began talking, and from the off she could barely hold herself together, her voice repeatedly catching as she spoke. Now, I'm sorry to say I no longer have the video. I deleted the email after watching the video because it just seemed so real yet also abnormal. I wanted to erase it from my mind as best as possible. What I will type now, therefore, won't be exactly what she said. I'll paraphrase some, but to be honest, it was such a haunting clip that most of it has stuck with me to this day. Sorry. I'm so sorry, but I have to do this. I have a story to tell you. Kind of an urban legend, but trust me, it's way out of the league of the others. Basically, there's a creature out there known as Sekeptut. He supposedly used to be an Egyptian prince who was so scared of death he made a deal with Satan, or God knows what. It would exchange its soul and conscience for powers greater than any man could conceive, and immortality. Anyway, that's the version I heard. But I suppose it depends on who tells you the legend. There's probably Roman, Greek, Norse versions, and the like. At this point, I noticed her hand move instinctively towards her cross necklace, and she took several deep breaths before continuing. Its origins don't really matter, I suppose. What matters is, it's real. You won't believe me, but you will. It's fucking real, and it's marked me as a target. It's going to kill me. I'm already dead. All I can do is delay my death as much as possible. At this point, tears started to flow from her eyes, and she had to take a minute to compose herself. The only way I can do that is to distract it, by giving it enough new targets, which I have done by having enough people see this video. You see, you are safe from it, unless you know about it. As soon as you know it exists, you're a dead man walking. It will find you, and nothing can stop it. You won't believe me now. Give it a few days, the weird occurrences will start, and they'll get worse until eventually, all that's left of you is an empty husk, while detectives try and solve the unsolvable. I'm so sorry to have done this to you. But telling you has just brought me more time. Please understand, I'm pregnant. I just need to last a few more months, just so my baby can live. At this point, the woman was barely intelligible through her pain-racked sobs, and the video was so unnerving, I'd slammed my laptop lid shut. It took me a very long time and a good few beers to calm down after that one, and accept that someone had pulled a good, if not f***ed up prank on me. 2 nights later, I woke up to my dog growling at my door. Lily is such a good girl, a Springer Spaniel who sleeps at the foot of my bed. She normally wouldn't hurt a fly, but her hackles were up and she was clearly very distressed. I was about to tell her to calm down when I saw the outline of 2 feet at my door. I grabbed the 1911 I keep under my bed and aimed it straight ahead, slowly approaching my door. The gun was heavy in my hand, weighing down heavily on my sweaty palms. Home invasions are rare in my neighborhood, but even so, this is something that I had prepared for. I put on my bravest face and threw the door open. My empty hallway stared back. There had been no one there. A trick of the light, I thought. By this point, I should add the video had slipped my mind. The next few weeks, I kept waking in the dead of night. Lots of factors. Muffled footsteps, the sound of doors opening and closing, and the like. I was having a very stressful week with my work, however. My company was facing collapse due to COVID, so that's what I blamed my sleep troubles on. Until I saw the article. Pregnant woman found dead in apartment. Police have not yet ruled out foul play. The article went on to talk about how Amy Rutherford, a local part-time pregnant student, had been found dead in her apartment. Now this wasn't what shocked me. What shocked me was the picture. It showed a pretty girl in her early 20s smiling into the camera. I'd seen that face before, gaunt and terrified and staring into a camera. The details going around online were grisly. How they found her body completely dry, like all the moisture had been removed, and missing her eyeballs. That was why I drank that evening. Drank a lot. I'd begun to question the recent events, thinking, what if? What if it's true? Still, my rational side said no. Until I saw the figure in my yard that evening. By the next morning, I'd told basically all my friends, and by the next evening, all my acquaintances, the story. Most of them just laughed it off. Only one big-shot conspiracy theorist I know seemed to take it slightly seriously. But they don't know what I saw that night. They who now all lie dead, with no eyes or moisture in their body. When I looked out that window and saw a figure at least 7 feet tall, eyes blacker than the dark reaches of space that seemed to suck all the light into them, and pale, smooth flesh, its surface separated by thick black veins pulsing beneath its skin. And when it opened its mouth to reveal nothing but a dark cavern, I knew Amy had been telling the truth in that video. She had failed to tell enough people. I won't. I'm not dying. Not yet. I have no friends or family left to tell. So here I am, telling you. I'm sorry. All I can say is try and spread the word, or it will come for you. Good luck.